Yay, put the countdown on, I guess. No countdown tonight, doesn't look like. Okay, let's do a countdown anyway, just to get everybody over here. How about that? Yeah, go ahead and put that countdown on, Charlie. This is new as crazy. I know, it's crazy, right? You get to see me, then you don't see me. You see me and you don't see me. It's kind of crazy. Facebook's just like very difficult. And when you move your body, you move it nice and sweet and sassy. See, I can't even see who's on here with it. And you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model when you cute. And you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Physically fit. Physically fit. Yeah, there she is. There's my Linda. Patricia, hey Pat, how are you? Leslie, Jen, Jay, Johnny Stu. Yay! All right. It's working. You know, there's a whole extra step now that Facebook has kind of cut off all these other companies and things so that bring directly at click, and all that good stuff. But we're here! Yay! He doesn't know if you can't hear me right now anyway, because I'm not saying much anything, but we're going to get started here in just a second. All right, and hopefully you have let Charlie know that you are here. You have tagged your friends and said, come on, let's watch this thing tonight. We have some great training ahead for you as well. Okay, I want to see you. Boom, boom, boom. I'm looking for you guys. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Move It Monday. I'm Marcia. If I haven't met you yet, we're so excited that you're here. We have had 7 new team members join us this last week, so that's pretty exciting. You know, what we really want to do is spread the word about Tupperware. And I want to ask a question, and in the comments, guys, I need for you to answer me. So who knows what this week is? Like, who knows what this week was and what was Saturday? What was it actually called? All right, I'm looking to see who knows what it was. What was Tupperware calling Saturday and all this week? Dun, 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 dun. Let's see who knows what's been going on in the world of Tupperware this week. Okay, nobody's answered me. There you go. Way to go, Dawn. It was, yes, Tup Awareness Day. Yes, Dakota, Dawn and Dakota have been paying attention and knowing what's going on. So what does that mean? Well, Tup Awareness is really about us getting out and seeing the people. And it's about not keeping Tupperware the best kept secret in town. It's all about, we need to be out there. We need to be seeing people. We need to be touching people. We need to be talking Tupperware everywhere we go. And we had a special day. Saturday was designated for every one of us to get out and do exactly that, and to maybe connect with 10 new people and get those 10 new people's names and things like that. And if you didn't get started on it Saturday, you know what, guys? It's not too late, because I want to share a quote with you today to get us started tonight. And that is that the best time to start was yesterday or Saturday or last week. The next best time is now. And so I want you to keep that, in mind, because we can always, there's always things that happen. And sometimes we don't get around to what we were going to do. But the reality is, if we don't start, we never get going. And every day that we don't start, we're putting off the potential for success a month. Now you might be thinking, oh, it's just a day. No, it's a month. Because what happens in our business is we're in the business of relationships and connections. And you cannot build a relationship in a day. You have to make a connection. You have to get to know the person. You have to explore opportunities with them. And then maybe you get them to look at a catalog. Maybe you get them to book a party, but you don't usually get a party dated and held today. So if I start today making those connections, building those relationships, then if I get a party dated, it might be next week, it might be the week after. And then from that one, it's going to give me the connections to new people that it's going to take probably a full month before I'm really going to see the results of what happens because of the efforts that I make today, which is why we say the best time to start was yesterday. But if you didn't get started yesterday, it's okay. Just start today. Don't put off today what you can do. Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today, because tomorrow we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but you know what you're doing right this minute. You know where you're at, and every single one of us right now could make a quick post, on our page. We could send a quick message to someone. Look in your things right now and say, is there anything out there that it's kind of an image. I've got like the ones that say, pick an ice cream flavor or something like that and get a surprise, or pick the one that says, which popsicle would you choose? And it has bunches of numbers. And those are things to get conversations started so that you can then ask them about dating parties, because that truly is the key. Parties are the answer. And we have some folks right now who've got parties dated for next week. See, they didn't wait till today. They got busy yesterday, and they have parties coming up for next week. For the parties that are up, and my thing just changed, I forgot to copy it, the 13th through the 19th. We have 8 folks who have parties dated. I have my little handy dandy thing. Let me flip this over so y'all can see it. There we go, 0 to 8. And we're going to find out who it is. And if you are on, you need to be commenting, Charlie, I'm here, because you're going to get a little party bag from me with some fun stuff. And the number is 1. And that means Corlinda Cortez. Corlinda, you just won. So Corlinda, I hope you're on here and you're commenting, Charlie, I'm here. Charlie said she's here. Yay. Because Corlinda has been partying like a rock star. I think she has 2 or 3 up for this coming week. I just saw what she coached her host really well, because her host posted on Facebook all the Tupperware that she got at her party. It's just like a counter full of Tupperware. And she was going, oh my gosh, my party was so amazing. And I have the best Tupperware lady. And you know what, guys, that's what we want. We want you holding parties. We want you to help your host get lots of stuff for free. And we want you to then be able to utilize that to get other people, to date parties. Because if people see it and they go, wow, I didn't know you could get so much free when you have a Tupperware party, then that's going to help start that conversation. So always coach your host when they get their free stuff to take a picture of it, take it out of the box, do an unboxing, whatever it is. I like to deliver it if I'm local. If they're local to me, I love to deliver Tupperware to people, because I can put it in great big bags and show up at their office with these great big bags of Tupperware. And that way it starts a conversation. So guys, really focus this week on dating parties. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about tonight, is how do you get yeses when you're trying to date parties. And I have a very special guest here with me tonight. It is none other than the amazing, let me change my screen real quick. There we go. Shannon Daniel, who is going to talk to you guys a little bit about how to get the yes. Okay. Because getting the yes means you got to get the no. And you got to be you can't be afraid to get the no, but there's things you can do that can turn those no's into yeses. And Shannon's going to share with you how you're going to use it to date parties and how you're going to use it to start building a team. So I'm going to turn it back over to her and let her.
Hey everybody, how are you guys? I have not seen y'all in so long. It's been a hectic time here in Alabama. So I wanted to come to you and talk to you about getting the yes. Like Marcia said, you have to get the no first. So yes is for Tupperware parties. How do you get a yes? First off, you do like Corlinda trained her hostess to do, and you unbox it. You take a picture, you share it, you tell all about how she had the easiest Tupperware party because her consultant, Corlinda, coached her. She did everything in the party for her. All she had to do, the host, was to invite friends. That's all you got to do. You have a very good party, you have somebody post their pictures and tell about all the good stuff they got for free or half off. Another way, like Marcia said, is the numbers game. You post your ice cream cones, you post your popsicles. In the Hooray group, under guides, there's different guides to show you how to, or to give you memes or graphics to use that you can post on your pages, and you just change the numbers, or you can even use the numbers that's on there to date those parties. If they say yes, they want to host a party, or they pick their number, you message them, you say, great, thanks, you've earned a citrus peeler. And that number that you chose is the date for a party. We can do a messenger party, we can do a Facebook party, we can do an in-home party, we can do a catalog party. And and once they message you back, you give them the date. You don't leave it open-ended. You don't well, I guess you do leave it open-ended. Does the 10th work for you, or would you rather do the 14th? However you've got open slots, use those to your advantage. Another way is incentivize with free Tupperware. So they're already getting their free Tupperware from Tupperware. So you're going to offer them a That's a Bowl, or ask them what their favorite Tupperware is. What would they want in their hands, in their kitchen, if it had no price tag on it, and go from there. You don't have to give them a MicroPro grill for free, but you can give it to them at a discounted cost if you have one in your stock, if they have a very good party, $500 plus. So that's a good way to do that. Another way is to promote the host gift special. There are great graphics out there of the host gift specials. So you post that, oh my gosh, y'all, this sunset Cervalier set is so pretty. I cannot wait to have this in my kitchen. What's your favorite thing about it? Or, oh my gosh, guys, do you love this? Would this not look great in your kitchen? Would it not make a pretty table? Something like that. That host gift special is always fantastic. The one for May with the picnic cooler and all the stuff, y'all, that's just my favorite host gift special ever that we've ever had, over all of them. And I bought my samples, but I had one of my party hosts earn it. So it's fantastic. Post that host gift special. It makes a big difference. There's another way. So everybody gets website orders, right? If you've got a website, you should be getting orders on your website. You should be posting it. You should be telling about it. And you should make sure that all your friends and family know that's your website. So those orders don't go to a party. So they're just sitting there in your Tupperware. And those guys are free. Well, it's not free, but it's a way to get you a party started. So say you've got you've got three $50 orders. You could start their party with a $50 order. Or if you think that it's going to be really good, you can start it with $100 order, because you could put both of those parties or both of those orders in their party. So that's a good way to do that. Used to, in the old system, we could do $75. So I try to stay in that range, 75 to 100. I like to stay on the smaller side, because you want them to work. You want them to earn their free and half off Tupperware, and you want them to be posting and talking and interacting. So you can jumpstart their orders with the 50, the 75, whatever you've got in orders, you can jumpstart their party with it. Also, make it personal. Make it personal. Hey, I know you're a busy mom. You don't have a lot of time in the kitchen. These products can make such a difference for you. Would you like to do a quick messenger party? Y'all, that messenger party can take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and you're done. all you'll have to do is make sure that you get the orders in. So the messenger party is the quickest, fastest way that I've seen in recent months and years to get parties and to get good return on the on your time. Hey, I know you're moving in a few months. Would you like to have a Tupperware party? Start your new house or start your new kitchen with new Tupperware, new cookware, new microwave products, new plates and bowls. There's so many ways that you can start the party. Start it though with your party host that you have this week and last week. When they get their boxes in, make sure they take pictures, make sure they go live, because that's a huge incentive or huge way to get people to want to party. So on the other side of those parties, so you got a great party hostess and she's done fantastic and you think she would make a great recruit, right? So what do? Well, you ask her. You have to ask her. If you don't ask her, you're never going to know. There's another way that you could look for a newly engaged person. If they just got engaged and they've got a wedding coming up that they're going to have to pay for, that they're going to have to, furnish their house. Ask a newly engaged person, because they're going to need some extra money, and working from your phone a couple of hours a week, 3 hours a week, 4 hours a week, whatever they want to put into it, that's going to make a big difference. Also, somebody that's already in sales. If they are working a 9-to-5 and they're in sales, why not work from home, making a little extra money from their phone, doing the same thing that they do from 9-to-5? That's a good person to reach out to. Just tell them, I know you're really great at your job, but this is going to put a little bit of extra money in your pocket to go along with what you're making at work. So it makes a big difference, guys. Also, let's see, I lost my place. That busy mom who needs extra money because she's got 3 kids that need to go to travel ball, or she's got 2 kids that are playing travel ball and 1 in gymnastics. Kids are expensive. So expensive. So those younger moms that have the younger kiddos, that's where you look for mamas at. See if they have any interest at all in making just a little bit extra money to cover those extracurricular activities. Let's see, another direct salesperson. If you see, and Aubrey can tell you all about this because she's been in several direct sales companies, and she'll tell you our comp plan and what we offer is better than any other out there. So those other direct sellers, reach out to them. Be like, hey, I know you're great with Nu Skin. I know you're great with, I don't even know what's out there anymore. Mary Kay. Would you like to try Tupperware? Let me send you our comp plan. I think you'd be fantastic at it. We have this great setup where you get 25% and then retail, or 25% profit, and then you get 25 to 35% retail. Let me show you what we offer. I'd like for you to just give us a try and see what you think. That's the best way to do it. And it really is the best way to do it. There's also a way that you can reach out to your VIP group. Don't hound them about parties. Don't hound them about joining your team. Just continuously post, talk it up, tell about it. And you might be surprised when you ask one time about somebody hosting a party. Somebody's going to come out of the woodwork, just like Marcia did for me. She's like, hey, I'll host a party. You haven't asked me. You haven't bugged me. You haven't bothered me. I'll host a party because I really want that. She wanted the cold brew. So she joined after her party because she had such a good party. She wanted that cold brew. So, you just can't knock them in the face with it, but you have to be subtle in your VIP groups to do that. Also on your regular Facebook page as well. Another great person to reach out to is a teacher. Jalandra can tell you she's a teacher and she loves working her Tupperware, and working her Tupperware during the summer gives her extra money. So any of your teachers that they may be interested, guys. Don't count out anybody. Don't judge anybody. Don't discredit anybody, because everybody needs something. And while it might not be the time now, in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, they're going to come back to you and they're going to be like, hey, I know you offered me the opportunity to join Tupperware a few months ago and I wasn't ready. I didn't think it was going to be a good fit, but I'm really needing some extra money right now. Is it a good time to join? Can I join? Can you help me out with this? Because it's going to happen. I think it pretty much happens to everybody. And one of the last people that you can reach out to are your college students. I know a certain somebody who joined Tupperware when she was 19 because she liked shoes. She liked shoes. And so she had to make a way to, find a way to make money to earn her shoes and buy her shoes. And she did. And she's been in ever since. Y'all know her as Corinne Brown. She did it. She's living, breathing, bird in Tupperware. And she can tell you it makes all the difference when you find the people who really need the money. So again, you don't want to recruit. You don't want to discount anybody. You don't want to judge anybody. Those stay-at-home mamas, they get on their phones during nap time, right? So during nap time, they can work their business. The same for the work-from-home moms. Those work-from-home moms may want to find some additional money on the side. And how better to do it than to do Tupperware from their phone. So there's lots of ways to recruit. There's lots of ways to get parties. You just have to ask. And I think at one time I had like 45 no's before I ever got a yes. So, seriously, on the parties, on the recruiting, ask and ask again, because somebody has to hear it or see it 7 times before it sinks in that, hey, I think I could do this. I think I need this. So don't give up and don't quit. Just keep going and keep asking.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Every word that you said. And it was so cute the way you worked in all those people in there too, because it's true. That there's what she's saying is truth. There are people doing these things every single day and it's working. And the key is that we have to focus on what we're in control of. We can't control the people who say no, but we can control how many people we ask. We can control how we ask. We can try different ways. All of these things factor into it. And sometimes we hit a rash of no's. Sometimes we kind of are out of practice because we haven't been doing it for a while. So we try to get going again and we hit some roadblocks, we get some no's. But the key is that you got to keep going. One of the things that you said is no, not now. If sometimes you talk to somebody and it's not the right time, but you never end by going, oh, okay. You keep asking more questions and you always leave it open-ended. Can I call you back? And you make notes about yourself. You said that about someone who was like, this wasn't a good time, but you know what? They keep seeing. And if you're just friendly, you're not always, every time you speak to somebody trying to sell them something or trying to date a party with them or trying to recruit them, you're just, a friend, and you just comment, oh, hope you're having a great time at the beach, or, hey, I'm so sorry that your dog is not well, and things like that. You're building that relationship, and that's when you're going to turn it into a yes. I also love what you said about don't prejudge, because you never know who is going to be the next superstar that comes onto your team. So guys, in the comments, I want you to tell me something that Shannon said that just really resonated with you. Maybe a person that you haven't thought about asking, whether to join the team or even to host a party. And which of the ideas that she shared to get those parties dated are you going to focus on? Which ones are you going to try? What's something new you're going to do, or something that you've done and you've forgotten and you're going to try? Go ahead and put that in the comments. And thank you, Shannon, for being here with us tonight. You were awesome. And I know that, you're going to be filling your date book up with lots of parties with all these ideas too. So thank you so much. All right, guys. So one of the things that, as she was saying, it's all about getting the yes, but the only way you're going to get the yes is to get the no. And every no is a step closer to a yes. So the key is that you have to get more no's. You see, sometimes the law of average, you got to know what your law of average is. And it's going to be different at different times and different groups and different people. And one of the groups right now that I'm working with, we have our Camp of the Rising Stars. And today they've been focused on getting 100 no's. That's right, 100 no's. And the key with this is that you can't get yeses without getting no's. And on an average, most people, it takes about 10 no's before you can get a yes. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to do 10 and suddenly, woo, I got a yes. It might mean that you're going to get 20 no's and then boom, you're going to get 2 or 3 yeses in a row. And one of our folks that was doing it, that's been working on it today is Dakota McCormick. And she just shared in the chat, she spoke with 21 people. She got 1 not right now. She got 5 people that said follow up and that they were interested to follow back up. And she got 3 yeses today. So guys, those are some pretty significant numbers. But if you just count the yeses, that's 3 yeses out of 21 contacts. That also means that she got 11 no's out of all of this today. And talking to people too. So this is why it's so important that you keep asking people and you keep reaching out to people. So I'm going to post this challenge sheet out there on there for everybody, because I really want you guys to take charge of your business and be willing to put yourself in an uncomfortable position where you get the no's. But the key also is to use these ideas that you just heard from Shannon as to how do I get people to say yes? What do I do? It's not about, hey, do you want to have a party? It's, oh my gosh, look at this picnic set. Isn't it the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen? Where would you use it? That's how you start it. Then people will comment about, oh, I would use it at the park. I would use it at the beach. I would use it at the lake. And then you can personally message those people. One of the other really big things that is so important if you're going to grow a Tupperware business is that you always have to have a wonderful 100 list. And a wonderful 100 list is something that we've always encouraged every new consultant to start with. And it starts with your Franks, your friends, your relatives, your acquaintances, your neighbors, your kids' friends, and your spouse's connections. So it's kind of about the last ones are about using connections to get to other people, because sometimes we think we don't know a lot of people, but actually we know a lot more people than we think we do. And you start with your list, you get as many on there as you can. Big shout out to Melissa Tyler. She sent me a copy of her wonderful 100 list she put together, and she had over 100 names on it. She used the Franks to help her think of people to put on there. And she had people, and some of them she didn't obviously know their last names. She just had their first names, because it might be somebody that you just know in passing. You don't really know them that well. And that doesn't mean you don't ask them to help you in your business. It's just you approach it a little differently. You approach how you do it, and you just keep doing. You endeavor to persevere. Absolutely. So guys, I want you to think about trying that, and I want you to try it with a couple of things. Of course, we have our amazing opportunity that's going on. We have 3 options. We have the virtual option for 15 for those folks who just kind of want to play around with it. They don't have a lot to invest, and that's the great thing about it. They can do this without a lot of money, because with the virtual business, they can share their website and they can do those things. You have the starter kit, which I really would funnel people at least to go there. That's kind of in the middle, because they're going to get that fabulous Supersonic Chopper Mini, which is, $51. And then they're going to add the spatula, which is already going to put it at $65. And then you're going to add the That's a Bowl Junior and the Measuremate. So it's going to put it well over, $120 value for that. Plus they're going to get their free website. And I will tell you, last week we did game night, and we had a lot of guests on there. It was really exciting. We had 32 people who registered, and we ended up with over 20 of them actually showing up and participating in the night. And as we talked about, what are the reasons people start a Tupperware business? One of the things that so many of them were so impressed with is that we offer a free website for all of our consultants. And that's huge, guys. There's no cost for them to have that website. Plus, of course, we've got the great training and support that's there. So you could funnel them into that one, go live, show those products, talk about the products. So people say, oh, I like that. And then you can say, well, why would you want to spend $51 and just get the Supersonic Chopper Mini when for $59, look what else you can get. And we can do a party to see how it goes, and you can make some money. And then you can decide if you want to sell Tupperware. I mean, the key is getting them in the door. Once we have them in the door, they're going to enjoy the party. They're going to enjoy the people. They're going to want to do more. So this is why it's so important that we get out there and talk. And then, of course, the Chef Specialist Kit, such a great accumulation of products. You've got the Supersonic Chopper Mini and the Supersonic Premium. So they've got both of those, which right there is more than the value of everything else that's in there. I mean, it's $119 right there, and they get all that other stuff too. So this is the key, guys. You got to focus on it. And you've got 2 more days that you can offer them the opportunity to get the Wow Pop as well. They can get the Wow Pop just for joining by Wednesday for just $6. Go, if you have a Wow Pop, go live, talk about it. And then, of course, with their first $100 order, they're going to add the 12-inch round and the Big Wonder set. And they're also going to be participating in the Ready, Set, Activate with their Vent and Serve. And then the more they sell, the more they're going to get there also. So this is a really, a rich time for people to join, but it's also a rich time for you to share, because if you welcome one person by Wednesday, then when they sell their first $100, you're going to get the Wow Pop and the apron for free. And then with your second recruit, you're going to be able to add the Stores a Lot boxes. And with your third recruit, you're going to be able to add an additional one as well. And then, of course, all month long, you're going to be getting these too. So really this, when you recruit by Wednesday, they don't have to do the 100 by Wednesday. They just have to join by Wednesday. So, I mean, can you imagine what if we had you had 3 or 5 or 10 people join by Wednesday? You'd have a chance to the rest of the month to qualify for these amazing gifts that are out there for them as going along. Now, one of the things that's really important to know, and kind of Shannon touched on a little bit about, you've got to promote what we have, promote the promotions and things so people see it and they love it. And if you have your sample of the servings, the Servalier Summer Serving Set, that's a tongue twister, you need to be showing it. You need to show the real products and so people can see how pretty and gorgeous they are. You need to be talking about the products, showing the different products that we have, because they're going to want them. And why, if you're going to buy, I mean, this is the thing. If somebody's going to buy the Fridge Smart BOGO set for $99, why not just go ahead and have a party? You can still order it for $99, but you get 2 friends to order it, and now you've got $30 in free Tupperware. So it's a key thing, is like, you've got to promote these things, and you've got to reach towards different groups of people, different markets of people, and kind of funnel what you're going to talk about to the different groups of people. We call that targeting your business. Target your audience to get great results. And I have another party pro here to talk to you tonight about how you do that, how you target it, and how you use the products that you have on special to help build that. So let me bring her on here with me. Hang on, there she is. There she is. Miss Corinne Brown. Hello, Corinne.
Hello.
How did your ball game go tonight?
Oh my gosh, we won. I was thrown in and volunteered to be coach, which was like the first time ever. But my church softball team, we won 17-0.
Whoa. All right. Well, I'm going to leave that.
I was really happy about that one.
I'm going to let you take away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, hey guys, I am so excited to be here with you. If we haven't met, my name is Corinne Brown, and I was born, raised, and birthed in Tupperware. I grew up in this business. I got to see the other side of what an incredible life Tupperware can offer you. It's an opportunity where you can truly see what it means to be an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, and what it means to never let anyone get in the direction of your dreams, because if you work hard, you can get the results that you want. And yes, I started my Tupperware business at 19 years old because I had a shoe addiction. I was in college. I needed some extra money. I didn't want to go work a part-time job waiting tables and be up till 2 a.m. You see, I was a bit of an overachiever. Ugh. So I was crammed a 5-year program in 3 years. So school was nuts, and I didn't want to have to go be up all night and then go to class the next morning. Then on top of that, I didn't want to go work retail, and then schedule me when I needed to work on a project. So Tupperware allowed me the opportunity to live life on my terms. And I will tell you though, I didn't have an easy start. And I'm telling you this because listening to Shannon and Marsha talk about the no's, I just want you to realize that you can get past the no's and you can make a career out of this if you truly want to. I did over 200 cold calls to date my very first party. Now, this was 22 years ago, because next month is my 23rd anniversary here in Tupperware as an official leader and consultant. But I got on the phone and I called a lot of people. I got really good at my pitch through it. But I mean, the amount of no's, it can hit you personally if you let it. And I just need you to say that it's only if you let it, because mindset is everything. And if you believe it, you can achieve it. It's just be diligent, be tenacious, and keep going, because you will get the results. And I'm living proof of that if you keep going. I am a single mom. I have a 13 and 16-year-old. And Tupperware is like water that fills in the cracks, where it can work for me instead of me working for it. For example, I play church softball. And I was able to go do that today before I was able to come and share with you guys. So let's talk about targeting an audience. Listen, with those cold calls that I made, I had to target what it is I was looking for. Now, granted, these are people I didn't know. But if I just went and said, okay, I'm just going to offer everything to everybody, oh my gosh, like it overwhelms me trying to think about it. And then you get diarrhea of the mouth. You verbally vomit over the people you're trying to talk to, or you just get overwhelmed because it's so much stuff that you get that deer in headlights. And we don't want that either. So I want you to think of targeting. Who is it you were going for? Again, when I did the cold calls, I targeted what my ask was. Know your ask, A-S-K. And I want all of you guys just to think about that right now. What is your ask? What is it you want to ask? What is it you are passionate about in this business? What are you looking for? You need to know what you want in order to achieve it. It's kind of like that whole law of attraction and manifestation and all that stuff too, because we have to be proactive. If you are having negative thoughts, you are going to live in a negative world. It's just how it is. So don't complain. Don't be a drainable. Don't be a negative Nelly. Let's think about how we can keep going and know your ask. So the ask I want you to think about right now, and I want you to put this in the chat. And Charlie and Marsha, or you guys, if you can, let's pick a winner from those who actually share this. But I do. Shannon was talking about a lot of different groups of people that you could target, right? Like you could target teachers, moms, single parents. Well, we're going to target today college students. So I want all of you guys to put in the chat, what product do you think a college student will need? All of you right now, what product does every college student need? And I want you to put that in there. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about that in a second. Okay. So as you guys are putting that in there, I'm going to kind of talk about a few more things. So know your ask. And I want you to, what Tupperware does a college student need? There we go. So when you target, number one, you got to know your ask. You got to know who you're targeting and what you're asking for. And when you do this, now, especially social media, even with emails and texts and everything else, but especially social media, I think we talk about this a lot, but it's hard to keep in front of us, is that it's an 80-20 principle. I want you guys to remember that 80% of what you post needs to be added value. It needs to be tips, recipes, ideas, stories, things that people will want to like and share, that they want to save for later because you bettered them. You are a commodity because of what you share for them. They want to keep following you because, as Shannon's talking about, it's that relationship that you're building, right? But it's also just all of that. And then 20% of it is going to be sales. Okay. 20% of it is going to be, this is the special I have right now. Check out this amazing deal. Sometimes you just talk about a product and you never talk about the price because we want to offer solutions. Jeffrey Gitomer said, everybody wants to buy, they just don't want to be sold. So I want you to think about that. Okay. 80-20. All right. So Target. Now, I know we got a lot of things that you guys are putting on there, and Marsha's been sharing them up. I've seen popcorn maker. Breakfast maker is one of my favorites. I wish it was in the catalog right now. It's a really great one. If you've got some extras, that's perfect for a dorm room. Absolutely. Some others that we're seeing. Let's see. Stat cooker, water bottles, vent and serve. Guys, I love this. So I actually went earlier and I started looking around. Number one, at two things I wanted to think about. What do I want to share? I have a number of people I know right now that are starting to think of what they need for college. And sometimes we need to help them realize what they need and why they need it. And every month with things on sale, you could put your own sets together just with what's on sale, or you can decide some of the stuff that they may need. And then what I want you to do is start talking about these products so that way they learn about them. So I'm going to give you an example here. One of the things that we mentioned, I'm surprised I haven't seen yet. And I'm going to pull this over here because I have a whole box. I have a whole box of stuff that I pulled that I thought is needed. And I looked at the current catalog. The most important one that hasn't been listed is the silicone bags. Why haven't y'all listed the silicone bags? Guys, this is the next Stanley. Every single one of you, if you have not sampled the silicone bags, you need to go sample them. You need them in your home, okay? Here's why. Number one, there's a carabiner. You can click a carabiner to it, which means they can hook it to the outside of their backpack or their bag when they're running to class. They won the International Red Dot Design Award. They are liquid and airtight. They have a patent pending closure that no one else has that you can flip upside down with liquids inside. Besides that, the ultimate bags are oven safe. Now, I know we don't have ovens at most dorm rooms, but they're also microwave safe. And they're freezer safe, and they're refrigerator and dishwasher safe, and you clean them by just flipping them inside out. I love these two for just storing my makeup and things because I love makeup bags that are cute, but then your makeup gets all on the inside of it and it's absolutely gross. This thing cleans out so easy, so easy. So silicone bags, that is definitely something that I would say every dorm member wants. And the popcorn popper absolutely is a good one too. But did you guys know, this is a fun fact that you could share, is that the silicone medium, you can also pop popcorn in. Yeah, in 2 minutes and 20 seconds, just like that. Like that's on there too. So that was a really good one. Now, another thing you have to have in your dorm rooms are some cereal bowls, right? I mean, you got to fill them in your bag and you got to make sure that you take them with you so you can go steal the food from the mess hall. That's what I did. I'd go take my bowls and I'd go fill it up with cereal, put it in my bag and take it back to the dorm room for later. You're not stealing, okay? Technically, you buy it when you do the meal plan. But this is a necessity that they need because they need the ones that actually seal up to save their food. You could go into modular mates if you really wanted to. But one of the things, and I've got like a whole bunch of things here. Let's see, I got salad on the go. Okay. One of the things I didn't see, did we have a pasta maker? Hello, pasta. You can cook pasta in 9 minutes in the microwave. And even you can take the instant like macaroni Kraft mac and cheese. I know that stuff's gross for me, but college students apparently might love it. You can make it this all in one container, and there's one container they have to clean. I mean, hello, as a college student, simple. This is what you're doing is you're offering solutions. So start posting these solutions. Start getting people to realize, oh, this is a great thing that you need along with it. Soup mugs. Another thing, though, that we have right now on sale as we look at utilizing the specials are the Tupperware universal knives. Now, how many of you guys have some of these universal knives already? How many of you guys have taken time to learn about them? Did you know all you have to do is go to the website? Because I was looking at this earlier because I was like, I want to give you guys some fun little facts. So I pulled up the universal series utility knives. This is the serrated knife for the other ones. And I was reading it and I found this was really interesting because it does say on there, on the universal series utility knives online, under the description, it has, with 2 knives in the set, you'll find one for home, one for the RV, Your kitchen is always ready to accommodate helpers, and you can pack one with your college student. Well, with that amazing set that has the paring knife and the serrated knife, you can pack 2 for only $19. And then with that cutting board set that they're going to need 2 on sale, that's $23. If you bundle that together, that's already $42 for a sale with essentials. Then if you want to go on, add those silicone bags, you're up to like 50, add the other one to 60, 70. You could easily put together a beautiful set for under $100 that everybody is going to need. Plus, because you are a commodity and you are offering a service, you can ship it direct to the college student because you could put the order all in together, ship direct to them, or you can have it come to you. Or if you have some stuff on hand, maybe you guys have already got some things you want to put together and put it in a box. And then you could add some little ribbon or tissue paper or stuff that just make it a little extra. Like all that frilly stuff apparently is catnip for women. So that could be really good too. But these are the best. They're full tang to tang, Japanese stamped stainless steel. They're ergonomic for your hands and sharp and flexible. And I love that they have the sheaths so that you can protect yourself too. And that's why they're so great to keep on the go and everywhere else. Just don't take them in your carry-on when you're trying to travel, because that probably will not be okay. All right, so we do want to ship them to them if you're going to be shipping them different places. But you want to target. And then with that too, make sure you're talking about the MicroPro Grill. Hello, because every college student definitely needs one of those. So I'm actually going to be working for all of you guys. I didn't have a chance to do it before tonight. I found some old sheets though. I don't know if you can see this, of kind of like off to college checklist sort of things. So I'm going to be updating these for you guys. Okay. And I'm going to put them with the new stuff and I'm going to have them loaded in the Hooray group. My goal is by Wednesday for you. But if you guys put some together too, please share it. We are better together and we can totally target together as well. So I hope this has given you guys some great ideas of why it's so important to have a target. So that way, you know exactly what you're talking about. You're clear on your message. And that way people know they need you.
I love all of these ideas. Charlie is going to pick a winner also from the people who commented with what their things are. Maybe, Corinne, you can pick one real quickly when we get off here.
Yes, I'll put one in the chat. I'm happy. I'll go through and scroll through and I will pick one and I'll put it in the chat and I'll tag Charlie too.
All right. Sounds wonderful.
Not a problem.
Sounds wonderful. So thank you, Corinne, for all those great ideas. Give her some love, everybody, in the comments there and what you're going to do with what you've learned. Okay. All right. So moving on, just a couple of more things before we wrap up tonight. Just a reminder that by Wednesday for the month to date, May 30th to June 12th, when you have 500 in sales, you get that entire Impressions collection set, $137 value right there for just $20. These are the folks who have already earned theirs, and Dawn Vermette and Dakota McCormick have already earned 2 sets, because you do get to, when you hit 1,000, you can qualify actually for 2 sets. Now, many of you are very, very close to that 500. And if you take these ideas that you just heard already, you're going to probably hit some of those. Also, you're probably going to hit that 500 easily by selling some of the things we've talked about tonight already. I also want to remind you that these are 2 amazing rewards that you have available to you with your sales for the entire month. That a Premier glass, if you have not gotten a piece of Premier glass yet, you're definitely going to want that. It's borosilicate glass. It's perfect to use in the oven, in the microwave. It's a shatter resistant type of glass. It's a heavier dutier. It's what the original Pyrex dishes and Corning dishes used to be made of, but they went to a cheaper soda lime, which is the one that explodes when it goes from hot to cold. So these are just amazing pieces, and you can get these. They're exclusive, and you definitely don't want to miss out on collecting that entire set of freezer mates, because they are going to be your big feature in July. Speaking of which, we have a brand new sampling that opens tomorrow. So number 1, today is the final day to sample your June samples. So if you've not ordered all your June samples, go run, do it before you get off, when we get off tonight. But tomorrow at noon, your July sampling will open. And these are all of the items. Now, I don't have individual pictures because Tupperware has shifted away from a printed brochure, but to the just the 2-page flyer, they found that they weren't selling very many of the brochures. They were selling lots more of the flyers. So this is what we're going to do. We will have a flip online that you can offer to your customers if they want to get bigger pictures. But this is also a little bit more money friendly for all of us as well. But you will see a couple of things that Corinne did. I don't think she knew, she didn't even know this, but she mentioned some things that are big items for college kids and for any kids going off to school. You'll see that there's silicone bags that are going to be available for sale. There's something brand new. It's a little stackable container. It's got a little handle and it's got 2 containers. You can take your soup and your salad all there together. It's got all the water bottles for kids of all ages. It's got the meal prep sets with the divided dishes and all of those. And earlier, Shannon had talked about the MicroPro grill, and we also talked about how that was great for kids going off to college. It is on sale. So guys, this is going to be huge. And as you see, our freezer mates are also on sale because it is time to, go get the garden in, start bringing the garden in and freezing and putting things away. So this is going to be perfect. So you want to make sure that you'll get your samples of those as well. And I did want to mention one other thing, because several people said the breakfast maker was one of their favorites for going off to college. Guys, it is in the online exclusives right now. So don't miss out on being able to share that with people, because I agree. It's one of my favorites. Banana bread, brownies, mini pizzas, omelets, so many things you can make with it. It's absolutely fantastic. All right. So last thing I want to remind you of is that coming up in about 9 minutes, we have our M&Ms for tonight. It comes, we have a separate M&Ms group we had to create because of this Facebook stuff, but I usually stream it over so you can do it. It'll stream right back here into the Hooray group so you can watch it. Tonight, it's all about Fridge Smart and sets and all of those things. You never, ever, ever can learn too much about those. And as we close tonight, number one, I'm going to remind you of your challenge to get 100 no's. Okay, and I'm going to post that on the page. Corinne's going to put some great things together for you about these sets. Shannon's going to share some word choices and things with you. You're going to have lots and lots of things to go back and review. But I'm going to close with this from the great Zig Ziglar. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So guys, if you didn't start yesterday, it's okay. But don't wait any longer. Start today, because if you start today, you're on the way to building your business. You're on the way to being great. And that's what it all comes down to. The more you do, the more you get. So let's get out there this week. Let's make big things happen. Let's share some tough love between now and Wednesday. I would so love it if we were to bring in 10 new team members by Wednesday. 10 new team members from today till Wednesday. In fact, I'm going to give away a box of Tupperware when we have 10 recruits by Wednesday. Okay. So every time there's a new recruit, I'm going to put a piece of Tupperware in there. 10. If we have 20, I'll have 20 pieces of Tupperware. If we have 30, I'll have 30 pieces of Tupperware. Let's go make big things happen. Are you ready? I hope so. Do drop a comment. Let us know what you learned tonight, what you're excited about. And 8 minutes here for M&M. Night.